Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about another solo gold farm that you can do pretty easily, and again, that normally will reward you with quite a lot of gold. So this is something that I already covered in another video that I released more than a year ago, but since then I haven't really seen anyone else talk about this farm, and I just wanted to provide you with an update. So this is why I'm making another video about this really cool farm. Basically, this farm will take place in the raid from Warlords of Draenor, the Hellfire Citadel raid. And what we're after are all the different BOEs from this raid. So this raid is very interesting because basically is part of the different raids that add some BOEs as unique appearances, and especially some of the BOEs are requirements in order for some classes to unlock their achievement for the full set. So you have a few of these items that are completely unique and very, very interesting. The first one is going to be the cloth belt. So as you can see again, this is completely unique, and this is something that mages will need in order to finish their full set and get the achievement. You then have the boots for the warlock set. Same, again, this is completely unique. And the most famous one, and the one that we're really after in today's video, is the flayed demonskin belt. This is the belt for rogues. And again, this is the only way to get this appearance. So as you can imagine, as a lot of people always want to finish all the different sets and to get the different achievements, a lot of people are willing to pay quite a lot of gold for this type of BOEs. One thing that is important to note is that basically for this raid, you will only receive the BOEs that are associated with the class or the class that you're playing. So basically right now, as I'm playing on a druid, I will only receive some of the BOEs that are fit for druids. So for instance, you will have this neck, and then you will just have these belts, and I think there are also the boots. So that's pretty much it. So if you want to get the belt, which is in my opinion really the best item you can really aim for in this farm, I would recommend you to do it either on a monk, a demon hunter, a rogue, or a druid. And again, a druid is probably going to be the fastest class to do it on, but any of these classes are going to be the best ones. After that, you have a couple of other items that can also be interesting, and these are of course all the different world drops, and in particular the one that can drop from this raid and it can be very interesting is of course the Blackrock Bulwark. So this one is a world BOE, so it's very rare, and so it will only drop if you're extremely lucky, but this is still something that I think is important to mention, as sometimes you might also be extremely lucky and you might get some of these extra world BOEs. But basically, these are the main items we're after with today's farm. So just before I start explaining exactly what is the farm and what is the value, the sell rate of all these different items, I think it's very important to mention that basically other than these items, you really won't get a lot of things. In some runs, you might even not even be able to loot a lot of the different mobs simply because they don't drop anything. So please, if you are trying this farm, just be a little bit patient, and you might get some of these BOEs at some point. But again, you might also do a lot of runs and you might just get for some time maybe 1 or 2 greens and only some like gray items, and that's it. But again, don't panic, it's normal. You will at some point get some of the BOEs, it's just that it takes really a lot of time. And again, I would not recommend you to like farm 10 of these belts. Just farm one, maybe one leather, and then use a cloth class in order to maybe farm the cloth belt. Just post them on the auction house and wait for them to sell before farming another one, because there is no point in having 10 of the same item again on the auction house. So when it comes to the farm, I would say that it's pretty simple. You have 2 or like 3 different routes possible. The first one is going to be available only if you already did the quest, where basically you have to kill 4 times the boss girlfriend, and then like that you have access directly to the upper part of the raid. And here this is something that I think is probably going to be the best way for this raid, because basically as soon as you enter, you can go upstairs and you can kill all the mobs here and then leave the raid and reset the raid. So like that you can really do it again and again. And this is definitely the fastest way to kill a lot of mobs. Once you're upstairs, it's pretty simple. All you want to do is go here in that room and kill all the mobs. Don't kill the boss because again, after that, they won't respawn if you kill the boss. Then you want to go here and you want to kill all the mobs that are here also in that room. And then as soon as the boss appears, you want to go back. Then when you are back, you just want to turn here to the right and then you want to go just there. You want to kill all the mobs that are here also just before Zakun, and then you want to go just here and kill the boss, the two ads that are just before this over boss just here. Then you want to come back and you want to talk to Khadgar, and like that you can just teleport back to the entrance and then you can leave, reset, and like that you can do it again and again. So for the second route, basically if you have the portal unlocked, what you can do is instead of just doing upstairs, you can also kill the two first bosses. It's very easy to do. And then like that, you will unlock a lot of overtrash that apparently according to Warhead and to other sources can have better drop chance for the belt. So all you want to do is really run inside. You want to kill all the different mobs that are just before the Hellfire Eye Console boss and also just before Cormrock boss. And like that, you can kill all of them and then come back. But in that scenario, you will have to wait for at least 20 or 30 minutes for all the different mobs to respawn. But again, like that, you can kill all the mobs upstairs and downstairs. So you have a little bit more chance to get the belt. And of course, the third scenario is basically going to be just killing the two first boss and killing all the different trash that are before the Eye Console and Cormrock. And this is really only something I would recommend if you haven't unlocked yet the portal and if you can only have access to these different trash. But again, this is something that can still be interesting. So I would definitely recommend you to do it if you are interested in this farm. So again, all these different items normally can drop from any of the mobs from the raid. And as you can see, it's very, very rare to actually get some of these drops. Apparently for the belt, according to some of the comments and some of the data from Warhead, one of the best mobs you can kill is the Fiery Enkindler and is available just before Cormrock. But again, I think it's not true. I don't think it's 16% chance in Mythic. I think really it's way, way lower than that. So I would recommend you maybe to try and kill some. But in my opinion, what you want to focus on is the amount of mobs you can kill. And the most you kill and the better are your chances. As you saw, for me, I got the belt not from this mob at all. And so, yeah, that's just one thing you need to keep in mind. So when it comes to the Sellrate and the value for the belts, it's going to be on average between 0.02 to 0.08. It really, really depends when you look at the item. It always changes a little bit. So for the value, it's going to be between 157k gold to 220k gold on European realms, and on US realms, it's going to be between 218 to 238k gold. So for the shield, of course, this one is extremely rare. So you really have only like small chance at getting it through this farm. But basically, you can sell it for anywhere between 800 to 1 million gold on average on European realms, and for 650 to 680k gold on US realms on average. And if I take another example, so the belt, that is also one of the best item you can get, you will be able to sell it on average on European realms for 80 to 102k gold, and on US realms for anywhere between 250 to 500k gold. So really good as well. And keep in mind that for the belt, you will have to do it on a cloth class. Okay, so that's going to be pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you will be able to make some gold with this farm. Please keep in mind again that it will take some time before you get some of these BOEs, but again, once you get them, you might make quite a lot of gold. So I will be back very soon with more guides and with more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a great week. Bye!